Coach Reese here, Athletics Fitness and Athletic Performance, coming to bring you a video on strength training, calisthenics versus weight training. Which one is the best? Which one is the easiest? Which one is the hardest? Let's break down what it means to get stronger first. Getting stronger simply means being able to move or make a movement against a forced barrier of weight. Let's put it like that. A forced barrier of weight. So getting stronger within a movement in weight training would be somebody who, let's say, can bench 135 pounds, who can now bench 140 pounds, 145 pounds. In the calisthenic world, somebody who was only able to do 5 push-ups can now do 6 push-ups, 7 push-ups. Both of these individuals are getting stronger. So, which one is better? Both. I think calisthenics, personally, edges out weight training because in your weight training, you are isolating certain muscle groups. You're aiming to isolate. Not only isolating muscle groups, but when you're doing a lot of weight training, if it's not a deadlift, if it's not a power clean, if it's not a squat, or something of that nature, you're sitting down on an apparatus, which disengages your core more. So, let's say somebody who's doing a bench press versus somebody who's doing a push-up. When you're bench pressing, you're lying down on an apparatus, solely focusing on your chest, your front delts, and your triceps to be supportive muscle groups for your prime mover, which is your chest. With the push-up, you're focusing on those muscle groups, but at the same time, you're not lying down on an apparatus, you're still up. So inadvertently, you're still doing a plank at the same time. So your core gets more engagement. Same theory applies to other upper workouts, like your pull-ups, your pull-downs, things of that nature. You're more engaged core-wise with calisthenics than you would be with weight training, which kind of explains why those guys, those bar stars, your Hannibal for Kings and things of that nature, all of those guys who do calisthenics tend to have tighter cores. With your weight training, these guys have on and off seasons as to where, these guys kind of bloat up a little bit. The calisthenics guys tend to stay more in shape year round. So, which one is better? Both. Use both. I personally use calisthenics more than I do weight training, but for that reason alone, not only because you stay leaner year round, but I am also involved personally in boxing and Capoeira, combat sports. That stuff takes more effect and has better benefit with calisthenics versus weight training. But you can do both, like I said. I still do a little bit of weight training, but not as much because I like being more engaged in calisthenics. A lot of people are going to argue and say that weight training is the hardest. So I challenge those people to do a pistol squat immediately while watching this video, which is where you're doing a squat but on one leg, and that opposite leg does not get to touch the ground at all during the entire movement. Or do a handstand push-up. So you're able to incline easier on weight training as well, as you can add a 5-pounder or a 10-pounder or a 25-pound weight. With your body weight, you don't have that option. So that's why I say calisthenics are a bit harder if you're doing, some really tight, supreme calisthenics. So anyway, hopefully you have a basic understanding of strength training. Hopefully now you also understand, the differences between weight training and calisthenics, and why I prefer both, but why I personally prefer calisthenics over weight training for my personal use. Hopefully you got that out of this video. Also, check out my website, www.prophletics.fit. I've got some interesting things on there for you, some shirts, some towels, some drawstring backpacks, other things, your water bottles, your shaker bottles, things of that nature. Make sure you like and subscribe, comment, shoot any questions that you have under this video. Let's make 2021 the best year of our lives. Peace.